recall that I did one of our meditations from the studio, outside of the studio. It wasn't a perfect day though, the Wi-Fi wasn't very good. But yeah, so we recorded the song in the studio and then went out and recorded the video for it, and the video came out today, 1 week before the High Holy Days began. So hopefully, here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to just move that down a little more. There we go. Yeah, boy, you can really see I scratched up my lens. That's okay. So we're continuing our look. Whoops. We're continuing now with our Institute for Jewish Spirituality kind of insights through Elul, and Rabbi Miriam Klotz was the person who did the teaching for this week, and she did quite a beautiful teaching. And it's kind of bringing everything together. We've been thinking a lot about kind of what are our attachments to, hello Kathy, welcome from Oklahoma. A lot of it is about our attachments to others, other things, our attachment to the world, our attachment to ourselves, our attachment in our relationships. And the biggest idea that we've really been talking about is this concept of letting go. The concept of getting rid of our debts and the debts that we may perceive people owe us. Now, it's very difficult to completely get rid of our debts when we think about literally, money. But I think the debts that we were talking about mostly last week were the debts that we feel we owe to others. Hello, Barbara. And releasing ourselves from that feeling that we owe somebody something for us. Today, I wanted to read two little passages that were in the teaching from Sunday. And hello, Helene, and Andy, I'm sure. And I we're going to look at three different things this week, right? One today, one tomorrow, and the next day, but they're all going to be related to each other because we're kind of finalizing everything. And what it's going to require for us in terms of our mindfulness is, again, that idea of noticing. And in this particular case, of noticing in a way that we pull ourselves back a little bit and separate ourselves from us so that we can look down objectively at where we are, who we are, and what attachments we have and what ownerships we have that we can let go of. So here's what Rabbi Miriam Klotz writes. We are asked to let go of attachment for a time to our roles or identities in the systems of the world, right? I'm moving off to explain, we are in social systems in our world. I have to say, it used to be, if you were like me, right, a male, in middle age or younger, you had it all, right? They say most properties are owned by men and not women. And so the question is, how do I come to grips with the supremacy that I've had as a white male in our society? That could be what I would look at. One might say in our society today, being a white male of my age is probably the worst and not really listened to, or no one wants to really hear from me. Thank God I have you 5 on this meditation that at least you want to hear maybe what I have to say. So, let go of attachments for a time to our roles or identities in these systems that exist, and to bring our awareness to all that arises in the process of release that is Shmitah. The release is called Shmitah. We are in a Shmitah year. Every 7 years, you let the earth go fallow. And so we're trying to find the ways in which we can let go this year. And we don't have to carry some of these burdens that we may carry around with us, which is included in that are the roles that we play in our society. The instruction is clear. Release your hold on the land and on other creatures, including human beings. Let the land rest. Let others be free of their debts to you. Stop and let it go. One of the things I've been thinking about in the last couple of weeks on this idea of letting it go is a lot of times we harbor anger towards others, frustration. We have an attitude towards other people, specific people, that we've been carrying around for a long time. Perhaps this is an opportunity to let go of some of that anger. Let go of pain. Let go of what a person did to you 3 years ago that you're still feeling the pain and the horror and everything from. It may be impossible to let it go fully, but the idea here is let go. Let go of the debts that you feel you owe. Let go of the debts you feel others owe you so that you can move forward more freely. So here's the second reading I wanted to share with you. Shmitah laws designed to foster greater equity. They are addressed most overtly to those who own land or social or economic status. Yet, these laws also speak to those who are in debt, who do not usually walk the land with entitlement, safety, or freedom. It speaks of and to those in poverty. They speak to each and every person on the land and suggest that all, including other creatures and the land itself, are entitled an equal measure of respect, rest, dignity, and agency. In the Shmitah mode of seeing and so relinquishing, we are all more free. That's from Deuteronomy 15:15. And the sacredness of all life is more fully revealed. And I think that that's an incredibly important point that needs to be made. The Shmitah are not for the people that own the land to gain. It is for the land to gain. It is for others who are in debt to you to gain. It's taking those that are downtrodden, those that don't have, and saying, you know what, it's okay that you don't have. We're releasing you from your debt on this. And so this line here that says it speaks to every person and suggests that everyone, including other people, other creatures, and the land, are a measure of respect, rest, dignity, and agency. Every single person deserves our respect. Every single person deserves to be treated with dignity. Now, one might say, what about people that do dastardly things? What about people that do horrible things to others? Well, there's been a big discussion amongst rabbis about the anger that people feel towards those that are unvaccinated. And this is a real anger that's being shown here. The release is to have compassion on those people. And then it was taken a little further in this conversation where what about people that really do despicable things in the world, that really are hurting people and killing people, and the Taliban, for example, and the way that they're treating society. Do they deserve to be treated with that same dignity, respect, and agency? And really, if you look at this, the answer is yes. All human beings deserve that right to be treated with equity. How one finds the compassion for people that do despicable things is another question. But the idea here is that who do you feel you reign over? Is there a piece of land that you reign over? And think about it, it's like that land wasn't yours. We talked about that 3 weeks ago. But where is it that you feel like you hold the power? How can you let that go? And how can you allow everybody and everything around you to contain the dignity that it deserves? So these are some of the ideas that we're going to be considering this week. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Irene. And hopefully, as we go through the next 2 days, we can think deeply about where we need to let go, what we're letting go, and what we're gaining from that. So let's get into our position of meditation, a comfortable position, but also strong. Oh, that's good. A yawn is always good before we begin this. Here we go. I'm just breathing, just concentrating on our breath, trying to kind of be still, find some peace. This is another way, let go of what's happening in the world. Let go of even the troubles that you may have. Let go of the anger you're holding. Let go of the frustration. Let go of the thoughts that are controlling your mind and moving you to think about whatever it is moving you to think about. Let's let that sit for just a moment and just allow everything to be as it is for now. I actually haven't said that for a long time. As it is for now. When we're done, we can go back to life. Try to follow your breath all the way through. From breathing in to the very end, and that moment that you start to breathe out, and then you start to breathe in. Follow it all the way across, inside as it fills your belly, or your lungs, however you breathe. And how does it empty with your breath? As we enter into our last several minutes together, let's ask for two feelings. It's our first day of the week, so we ask for safety, protection, feeling, and blessing. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. On each breath, just ask yourself one of those questions, or throw that out there into the universe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. And with each breath, you can say it out loud, you can say it to yourself, you can whisper it. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. May I feel safe. May I feel blessed. You're free to offer one more than the other if you feel like you really need safety or you really need blessing today. May I feel blessed. May I feel safe. I'm so glad that you could join me today in this last week of Elul. I hope you were able to find some silence, stillness, peace. May you feel blessed and may you feel safe. Have a